How's it going, guys? Up first today, we've got part one of three of the 3.16 balance manifesto from GGG. Today it's just going over flasks and ailment mitigation. I'm gonna quickly go through this with whatever jumps out to me. There will be two more of these in the next 2 days. Part 2 is core character defenses and recovery, and part 3 covers auras, curses, elemental damage over time. Today, ailments, flask improvements. Okay, so there's a lot of details in here. The link to this will be in the video description. Had this happen once. So yeah, there's a lot in here if you really want to dig into the details of everything that they're thinking. I'm just gonna go through like basics. So in 3.15, we changed how flasks prevent ailments and curses on you, but didn't provide enough reasonable alternatives for mitigating ailments. So their solution is introduce a large number of options and improve existing options for characters to deal with ailments. Characters should now be able to pick between reservation skills that mitigate ailments, remove effects reactively with low life, or mana flasks gain immunity at a cost through utility flasks, or use improved modifiers on items in the passive skill tree to mitigate ailments and curses. So this like is one of the biggest issues with the changes to the game. Interesting. So flasks. Many flask modifiers grant buffs during flask effect, which isn't well suited to life or mana flask, short and reactive nature. So the solution to this problem is to add new modifiers to life and mana flasks that are impactful but brief, have a duration rather than implying during flask effect. The specifics here, they're removing a lot of flask mods from life and mana flasks, and added the following ones: hinder nearby enemies, if used while not on full mana or full life, immunity to hinder, immunity to maim, cover additional 40% life recovery over 10 seconds used while not on full life. So, bringing interesting stuff in here. So, utility flasks are usually used proactively, but the ailment protection modifiers introduced 3.15 work by reacting on an ailment on you. So, solution: replace the ailment removal modifier on utility flasks with one that grants ailment immunity but lessens flask duration. Note that base durations on utility flasks have been increased to compensate. So in here, they're bringing back the immunity that you had, but it's going to lower the duration of the flask, which is a happy medium. The existing remove ailments or whatever. It might be in here. Durations. The existing mods are still going to exist. These will be in addition. What I understand. The utility flasks are sustainable with enough character damage and clear speed, but there aren't easy ways to sustain utility flasks for less powerful characters. Solution: added new modifiers and improve existing modifiers on flasks that affect their duration or charge gain. Add some new passive skills to help sustain flasks. Extend the base duration of utility flasks. Reduce how often they need to be used. So, there's a big increased charge recovery mod. All of these flasks are getting up to 6 seconds from 4. Other flasks going to 8 seconds, which is awesome. Yeah, all the flasks durations getting raised, and some unique flasks are being changed as well. Even after lowering the power of many unique flasks in 3.15, unique flasks still outclass most magic utility flasks. In addition, the item level of flasks did not matter after a certain point. Add multiple tiers to most flask mods. At higher levels, flasks now have much more powerful effects available. Flask modifiers that increase armor evasion are now weaker in their first tier. as the changes to armor and evasion below make them more powerful. These changes allow us to restore some of the power that was removed from flasks in 3.5 without affecting the early mid game so much. So now there's going to be lots of different mods and tiers and things here. These are the highest tier mods available. So there's going to be mods underneath all of these. But yeah, grants immunity to chill for 15 to 17 seconds if used while chilled. So they're keeping the reactive bleed and shock ignite chill freeze immunity, but they're upping it big time on the duration. That option is still pretty cool. So enkindling effects on flasks aren't impactful enough and aren't bringing flasks back to the kind of power that non-permanent uptime should grant. Buff some enkindling orb effects, most notably the increased flask effect modifier. So yeah, they're changing all of the enkindling orb effects. Problem. Belts are the item slot intended to enhance flasks, but only have a limited list of modifiers that actually affect flasks in their modifier pool. Solution. Add more tiers to flask modifiers on belts, and move the flask effect modifier out of the influence modifier pool into the base mod pool belts. So all of these mods are going to be mods on belts now. I guess the highest tier. Currently, flask life recovery rate, you can put it on belts with a essence of greed, but it doesn't go up to 40. I don't think. So that's cool. Problem. Instant recovery life flasks are by far the most reliable tool for survivability, as the total life recovery from a flask is reasonable, but spread out over a long period of time. Solution. Keep the total life recovery from all life flasks the same, but have the amount of time for this to occur, which doubles their healing per second. This is a huge improvement to how effective non-instant life flasks are, keeping you alive in tough situations. So, Blood of the Karui is being reviewed as a result of these changes. Yeah, because Blood of the Karui is going to be really good. If the recovery got cut down, because the recovery was already insane. So something that I do on almost all of my builds these days is I'm running a Catalyst Eternal Life Flask. This is essentially what they're saying they're going to do. Because if this flask has a base duration of 4 seconds, you cut that in half to 2 seconds, you're basically like freeing up the prefix mod on this and still giving the insane recovery rate. So like I'm stacking recovery rate here on my belt. So it's going to have that effect of having the insane recovery. Gonna make flasks way more versatile for what you're trying to get out of them. Alright, what's next? Problem. There are no accessible tools for a player to change charge gain method if gaining charges on kill isn't well suited to their slower playstyle. Solution. Rework their survival jewels available from the Through Sacred Ground quest to let you gain charges another way, while reducing the charges gained from kills. These designs are still in progress. So they're going to give us ways to gain flash charges in other ways, which that sounds amazing. But hopefully in the process they revert the changes made to the amount of charges we get on kill last patch. Rangers don't have a form of life recovery that they excel at, while almost every other core character has a signature special recovery method. Solution. Add new and improve existing passive skill specializing in the recovery of charges for life and mana flasks, as well as life recovery from flasks in the Ranger section of the passive skill tree. So basically kind of putting the flask stuff that they removed from the stuff over here, which is I consider this part of the ranger part of the tree. And there's flask stuff in here that they got rid of as well. I think this stayed the same, but I guess put more flask stuff down in here. And that's all for part 1. So tomorrow I will go over part 2. So next, what's going on here? Currently, so I'm currently level 94 and a half. I've been just kind of grinding on this level about all day. So first, let's go over the important stuff. So I got the multi-mod. I got the multi-mod craft literally less than an hour ago. I've been working on it all night. So getting this 99% increased spell damage gave me like 16% more damage total. So that was a huge, huge upgrade. Very, very easily noticeable. And then I changed my gloves. I found a pair of Null and Void. Now, I was working on trying to craft a new pair of gloves, which I did. I don't know what happened to the old pair of gloves I had. Dumped them somewhere. They're right here. So I was wearing these gloves. Losing the cold res hurt to switch to this. But Null and Void gives me Rampage, which increases my speed, and it removes elemental ailments on Rampage and gain immunity to physical damage for 1.5 seconds on Rampage, and it also gives me Strength. So it gives me some physical damage immunity at periods, and gives me some Strength. So that Strength allowed me to change the Anoint on my amulet to Divine Judgment, which also really increased my damage. While I'm thinking about it, I just hit level 20 on all of my offhand gems I've just chucked in here. So I got a bunch of 2020 gems here. I'm probably going to throw some cold snaps in here because I want to try and make a level 21 Vol Cold Snap. So as far as what I did on the Atlas, this is the third Sirus that I've spawned today. I'm going to do that once I finish wrapping this up. I ran a lot of maps in Glinic Cairns just to finish out the last Atlas passives here. And I was cruising through this. I wasn't having any trouble with Beyond at all on this build. Then I went down to New Vastir, and down here, I removed my points into Mad Devotion and moved them over to Rogue Trader. And then every single map I opened, I was putting Anarchy on the map device, and I was strategically running my... Like, I had a bunch of Mud Geysers. I was strategically running Mud Geysers only when I had influence. Able to spawn in that zone. I think I spawned like a full Sirus, just farming New Vastir. And then after that, I went up to Lexajoris, where I have been farming incursions. Still have 14 incursions to go. I banked up 4 temples already today. And then before I go to Sirus, what other things? I got a Void Battery. I got a Phenomenal Lore. I got an item level 85 Warlord influenced Hubris Circlet, and then literally like a pack or two later dropped an I-85 Warlord Bone Helmet, which was pretty insane. I got a Breath of the Council, which had me thinking about some kind of Spectral Helix poison build. Don't know about that, but I don't know. bolstered with the Uriel's frosting. Maybe there's something there. Something to play around with, maybe. I got a level 2120 infused channeling off of Kadiro, and I got a faded connection. So I've got a free 6-link whenever I need it most. But I don't know what exactly I want to do with that yet. Been kind of organizing my conquerors. Got a bunch of those stacking up now. And I also took the time today, since I was up here in Lexajoris, I've been trying to burn all of my Parandus scarabs. Which I've got 2 left. So, anyways, let's go kill Sirus for the 3rd time today. Get us, hopefully, another Awakener's Orb, because I got Awakener's Orb from the first one. And now I'm going to have a lot more damage in the last one of these fights as well. I'm also pretty excited about that. Arcane Sword. Yesterday, when I put out my video, I think my tooltip said I was doing 93,000 cold damage per second on Vortex. Now it's 138,000. So, almost 50% more damage today. Still, like, oh, I could quality this up and this up. I don't know why I didn't flip those. Yeah, there's Awakened Gems that I can get to throw in here. That would be pretty neat. I'm also really enjoying having Bone Chill on my Frostblink. But I also remember on my Raider that I played, I got the staff 6-linked and was cursing things with the Frostblink, and then just, it made it much more easy to just play around with Frostblink and Vortex to clear maps. And I also do not have Corrupting Blood immunity. You just gotta not die here. The Awakener Orb I got also came from a Awakener level 7 Sirus, because I forgot to put... I did it again. I did it exact same thing. So I'm doing Awakener level 7 Sirus, not 8, because I keep taking this point out of here because the T13 maps that you can get are Ashen Wood, where are they? Coves and Shore. They're all amazing maps for breaches. They're quick, they're easy. I've honestly been thinking about just going through there and just running all the T10 to 12 maps that I've gotten for that region, and just like bankroll T13 maps for 100 push. I don't know if I'd 100 push this character, because I've done it like 4 times. I'm just trying to get things moving. Which, we've got some good stuff today. We've gotten some gems leveled. Getting some incursion temples, so maybe I can get that belt upgrade for the arc totems. Yeah, still a lot to see. A lot of stuff I still have. I've got probably 20 or so logbooks just chilling in my stash. I've got like 10 blighted maps. I still got light scarabs to burn through. I've got like 30 Fury missions. That one, right. I like it when the storms do what I want them to. Makes the tedious part of this fight go way quicker. I think this fight's been out long enough now that, like, straight up, we can start this fight right here. In like the 3rd phase of the repetitive start to this. Yay for Frostblink. Frostblink is not the greatest at being able to really maneuver in this last phase of the fight, but it's instant. You phase now? Okay. Dang. It sucks I forgot to put that Watchstone back in. Because that might be hurting my chances at Awakening Gems. Still haven't gotten a Thread of Hope. Okay, let's not screw this up. Oh my goodness, I thought he was gonna do the die beam and instead he teleported twice? So I was waiting for him, he just kind of froze there in that spot, and then once I realized he was north, I was walking into the beam. Add that XP. Alright, what are we doing here, Storms? Oh? Your mind. I want to go through there. Do I want to go through there? I definitely don't want to go through there. Why do we have to... Yeah, why couldn't he just teleport me in, like, the second I came back? Whoa. Those dodge moves. Okay. Oh. No, wow. Audio is hard. Really? I was pushing the button. I keep trying to press the Q button. Because I like to shield charge and have like a blink skill on Q. And I was spamming the Q button. And vigilant striking instead of dodging that. Still gonna be open for me. Okay, prove I can run the ways again. Split, yeah. Glad they nerfed all of our damage, so this fight takes longer. I got a Thread of Hope. That's not bad. That's something. 2 belts. Actually something there. Odds we get. Scent armor. Damage against chilled enemies. Minus 15, so that would need divines probably. But yeah, I have a Thread of Hope. Not really using the Thread of Hopes. But yeah, there's Sirus down on this build. Took 2 deaths, which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes. So I think that's gonna do it for me today. Yeah, like I said, part 2 of the Balance Manifesto tomorrow. Still need to turn these in, but the video's too long. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Yep, more.